The New York Times this morning reporting that Donald Trump declared a loss of nearly $916 million in 1995, citing leaked copies of his tax records from '95. The newspaper saying that the losses were so large, they would have allowed him to avoid paying an equivalent amount of federal income tax over an 18-year period. We should also point out that according to the Times, tax experts found no evidence of wrongdoing connected with these returns. Trump tweeted out this morning, "I know our complex tax laws better than anyone who has ever run for president and am the only one who can fix them." Retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn is an advisor to Donald Trump. He's also the former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency and author of the book, Field of Fight, How We Can Win the Global War Against Radical Islam and Its Allies. General, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, Maria.
Your reaction to this leaked tax return from Trump?
Yeah, I mean, I think what Trump tweeted out was exactly right. I mean, he knows more about taxes than Hillary Clinton ever will. And if you pay attention to what Donald Trump has talked about with tax reform, this is exactly the type of issue that the New York Times won't report on, because his tax reform will actually bring so many jobs and so much opportunity back into this country. This election, Maria, is about the future, and what Hillary Clinton, backed by the New York Times and many in the mainstream media, are doing, which is basically an assault on anything that they can, any dirt that they can dig up on Donald Trump. This is about the future, and what Hillary Clinton continues to harp on is the past and the status quo. Donald Trump is exactly right. He knows more about the tax, the tax situation in this country than she ever will, and he knows how to fix it, and he has a great plan to fix it. There's
no doubt that our tax code allows wealthy individuals to offset their income with losses in business, in their business ventures. So there's nothing illegal here, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good to hear somebody didn't pay taxes for 18 years, right? Do you think it's going to impact him in terms of voters?
No, I mean, especially where it's printed in the New York Times, which, nobody outside of the city of New York or the bubble of Washington, D.C. even reads that journal. So, I mean, it's not going to impact anybody that's already in Trump's camp. And frankly, there's a lot of Bernie Sanders voters that are looking at what's going on right now, and they are starting to jump ship because some of the things that Hillary Clinton has recently said. So this issue is a non-issue. This election is about the future. It's about a positive direction for the United States of America to head. And Hillary Clinton represents nothing but the same old stuff, status quo, and frankly, just these dirty tricks, attacks, backed by the media, backed by the mainstream media, and especially the New York Times, Washington Post. I mean, all these. It's just unbelievable to me. And people are sick of it, Maria.
General, the broader issue here is that, I mean, I agree with you. He's got a very good economic message. The fact is when you talk about lowering corporate taxes and rolling back regulations, there is every reason to believe that in fact, will move the needle on economic growth. And his plan will, in fact, have traction. She doesn't have an economic message as cohesive as he does. She wants to raise taxes. He wants to cut taxes. So she's got to take him off message. So whether it is his tax returns, the birther issue, Miss Universe, she's going to throw as many things as possible to get him talking about anything he can other than his economic message.
That's right.
And that's what happened in the debate. But so what? I mean, she's being very effective doing it, General. So how is he going to prepare for the next debate, which obviously is in a week? Is he going to be thrown off by more of these issues, or is he going to talk about his economic message?
Yeah, he's going to be talking about his economic message, job creation, economic opportunities, the lousy trade deals that we have, sort of a big investment in the energy sector, a big investment in sort of our infrastructure. I mean, we also have to make sure that in this debate that he is ready, and I know he's being prepared for this, to talk about safety at home, to talk about families and how to help families, build up their own capabilities in this country. We have to talk about law and order. We have to talk about our depleted military. I mean, our depleted military is just stunningly bad right now with the direction that they're going in a world that is so complex. Has to talk about national security, the rise of radical Islamism, both overseas and, frankly, right here at home, with the recent comments by the director of the FBI talking about an Islamic diaspora being created in our own country. Oh, my God. I mean, how bad is that? So that has to be raised. Illegal immigration was not even talked about in the last debate by Lester Holt, and one of the themes of the last debate was America's security and illegal immigration and the impacts that illegal immigration is having on this country. So that's another area where he's got to be prepared to talk about, and I know that he's being prepared for that. And to take, no matter what she says about the past, move it to the future. Move it to what Donald Trump is going to offer this country in the future. And I'm telling you that we cannot stand for any more of the sort of the dead-end opportunities that are being presented by, frankly, Hillary Clinton and her campaign, which is essentially the same as what we've seen in the last 8 years with a very slow growth economy, a depleted military, and the lack of opportunity in our country, whereas that's what Donald Trump offers for America.
Can he do it, though, General? We know his economic plan. We know that his priority is to keep the country safe, and he wants to do that through immigration and a better vetting process, but he doesn't seem to be communicating that, certainly not when he's tweeting about Miss Universe and about his tax returns. I get what you're saying. This is a non-issue because it was all legal, and he knows the tax code. He wants to change. He's already said he wants to take away those loopholes that allow wealthy individuals to offset their income with losses, but he's not communicating when push comes to shove. Next Sunday night is the debate, October 9th, the second debate. How is he preparing specifically?
Yeah, I mean, and this is a very important debate because it's an opportunity to speak to not only the audience and to answer questions there, but also to speak to the American people about all the many things that he has been talking about. Donald Trump, and I've traveled with him very often and gotten to know him, the big messages that he is talking about to the American public, and they are resonating. I mean, in Michigan and in Pennsylvania yesterday, I mean, you're talking about thousands and thousands of blue-collar workers in places that are heavily Democratic locations that people are showing up because they care about what the future looks like. And so I think in Donald Trump's case, it's to continue on this path this particular week as he heads into this national security debate coming up at the end of the week. And I just think that he just needs to stay on message. He needs to be making sure that he is attacking those issues that Hillary Clinton keeps coming up with, but not talking about the past, but talking about the future and talking about what opportunities he is going to provide the American public.
All right, we'll be watching. General Flynn, good to see you. Thanks so much.